Alrighty, boys, we're going to go over this NFL slate in a bit, but first, I just wanted to let you guys know if you are on the YouTube side of things, please make sure to come over to this Reddit. I make posts here for all the slates for NFL, and then I'll have NBA posts once the regular season starts. Pretty much, I make a post. You can ask me whatever you want. I will always respond to you. Whatever questions you may have, I will always answer you. You can either ask me on the post itself, which I definitely do prefer, or you could direct message me. That's fine either. Or if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me on Twitter at ToryLangley1992. This is my ROI since NFL has started. So a 203% ROI with NFL and preseason so far. So has been absolutely amazing. So it's been absolutely fantastic. So and then if you want to join my Discord, I'll have a link through that below where I'll have in-depth videos going over each slate. I'll have player pools for cash, GPPs. I'll let you know where I'm going in cash games, etc. I'll have a whole NFL top play section, etc. Much more. Over 130 people in the Discord that you can talk strategy with 24 hours a day. Just really good community if you ask me. So it's been a great start to the NBA preseason, which I will also have in Discord as well. I mean, if we just look, everyone's just winning. I don't know what else to say. Like, this is just every day at this point. Like, everyone's just absolutely crushing. This was today. This was all today. I've showed you every other day. So I'll have this in the Discord. NBA preseason been extremely profitable so far. So if that's something you are interested in, I'll have that below. I'm going to show you my NBA lineups from the past two nights because you haven't seen what I've played the past two nights. But tonight, another good night as per usual. And then yesterday, another really good day as per usual. Almost binked this. Got a little bit unlucky with Rudy Gobert. He didn't play in the second half. If he did, I would have binked this. So yeah, let's go over this slate now. So first, it's going to be what I've been doing of late. I'm just going to go over some stacks I like, some GPP plays I like. We'll obviously go over cash games as well. Not going to go over the whole slate. I'm not going to go over everybody. That's just going to take way too much time. So I'm going to go over cash games, going to go over some standalone plays that I like, and the stacks that I like. So that's all I'll be doing for this video. I'm not going to go through everyone. So for cash games, there are three quarterbacks that I'm considering for cash. If anyone tells you otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. So those three quarterbacks are Josh Allen at $8,200. We're going to have to monitor the weather situation. Apparently, there could be wind here, but $8,200, Josh Allen. Right now, if I'm spending up, he might be the top priority for me. Just with how much this team is throwing the ball, they don't run the ball. With how much they're throwing the ball, his floor is just extremely high. Obviously, he can get touchdowns on the ground as well. He's not a full running quarterback, but he's a pretty mobile quarterback, so he adds that floor with it to his ceiling as well. So Josh Allen firmly in play for cash games. Jalen Hurts, the other one that I'm considering for cash. If you're going to spend up, it's either Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen for me. Right now, I'm leaning Josh Allen, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play Jalen Hurts. And then if you are spending down, the clear play right now is Tom Brady at $6,000. Usually, I don't want to play non-mobile or rushing quarterbacks in cash, but this price tag for Tom Brady is just egregiously unpriced with Godwin and Evans back. Just that the offense is going to be a well-oiled machine right now with those two back, and Tom Brady's efficiency with those two back is going to increase as we saw here on I believe Monday night that was. Um, I'm pretty sure everyone was healthy for this game. I think I don't remember. Maybe Godwin was out, but And then everyone was out for this game, 52% completion percentage. People were out for this game, 73, and then boom, Godwin, Mike Evans back, 75% completion percentage. So his efficiency, I think his floor will be a lot higher with those two back. So Tom Brady, if I'm spending down, I think makes for a good cash game play with his receivers getting healthier. I hope I explained that correctly for you guys. So for cash games, I kind of want to spend down at running back this week, but we'll go over some cash game hires. Like, obviously, you can play CMC, but the matchup is extremely tough for him, so I'm completely off CMC for cash this week. Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler, not going to get to in cash. Dalvin Cook is in consideration, but once again, I don't like this game environment at all. So if I'm going to go to one of these top guys, it's going to be Leonard Fournette at 6.9K, who gets a favorable matchup against Atlanta. Um, Last week they limited his snaps. They were also down massively, so we didn't get the rushing attempts that he should have. Now he gets to go against Atlanta, who I think Tampa Bay will be up in this game. I think his snaps will go back to normal. I think he'll be a 70% guy. I think he'll get 15 to 20 touches, 5 to 10 targets. So Leonard Fournette, if I'm paying up at running back, is my go-to guy right now. I think he looks great for cash. Najee Harris is fine for cash. Don't like the game environment for Jamal Williams. Yeah, don't like the game environment for Jamal Williams too much, but he's definitely into consideration for cash. Is Boston Scott out? We don't know if Boston Scott's going to be out. Wouldn't get to Miles Sanders anyway. I think James Robinson is definitely viable for cash just because we target running backs against Houston all season long, and he's been the clear guy right now for this team. He'll be a low-owned cash play, but I definitely think he's firmly in play for cash games. And then where are the running backs that stand out to me for cash? So there's a bunch of them right in this range right here. Take a guess who they are. So you got Stevenson going up against this Detroit Fantasy Carnival team. I think that with how what am I saying? Where did he go? I think with how this game could go, Stevenson's could get a ton of usage. Detroit's been a fantasy carnival this year. I think he stands out as very good cash game play. I think Jeff Wilson Jr. up against Carolina stands out as a very good cash game play as well. And then Brees Hall is taking over the number one role here for the Jets, and I'm expecting a similar usage here. I think he makes for a really strong cash play, so I think you get to two of these three guys between Stevenson, Wilson, and Brees Hall. I don't really have a rank right now. I really don't, but I love all three for cash games. So I think you get to two of those three, and then you pay up for Leonard Fournette. So I think that's where you want to be for running back. Let's go over to tight end. So tight end, just do this. Just play Higbee for cash. I don't really think you play anyone else. The only other guy I really consider is K. Dotton for Tampa Bay with I believe Bray is already out. Yeah, with Cam Bray out. And then the other one I really consider is David Njoku. But right now, I think you just plug Higbee in, especially if Van Jefferson Jr. is still out. So definitely plug in Higbee for tight end. Definitely my favorite option for cash games for tight end. Let's go to wide receiver. So I think this is definitely a balanced build this week, but if you want to go to like Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, I definitely don't hate it. But there are guys that I think stand out in this price range down here below, and I will go over them. Obviously, Kupp, Diggs, JJ. If you want to play one of them, go be my guest. I'll find cash plays. But there's some guys down here that stand out to me. So where are the ones that I like a lot? Chris Olave at 5.7K going up against Seattle. I believe his ADOT is one of the highest in the league. Someone fact check me on that. I don't really know. Plus his target floor and his ceiling with his deep threat. I think Olave has a nice ceiling plus high floor plus high ceiling in this situation. I think he stands out as a great cash game wide receiver. I think Tyler Lockett at 5.6K stands out as a phenomenal wide receiver play as well. I think he'll get the easier matchup between the two. I don't think Lattimore, you know, be on Lockett too much. What else? What else? There are some other guys. I know there are. Where are they? Lockett, Olave. Who am I missing? Godwin at 5.9K. This price is just egregiously too cheap. I really don't understand this price tag. So I love Godwin for cash as well. Not gonna get the Cooks or Deontay Johnson since Godwin is right there, but I think both are fine cash plays if you want to get to them. We need to monitor the situation with Isaiah McKenzie. If he is out, then Shakir is going to be a great value with Crowder out for the season. And then if McKenzie is out, that's just going to mean Shakir is going to play all the snaps, all the slot snaps that he can handle. He would be an elite value play if those two are out. Some other guys that you can consider. Zay Jones, I think, is a very good value play. I think Rondell Moore, where is he? Rondell. I think Rondell Moore is a very good value play. He played like 90% of the snaps in the slot. I think he's a good value play as well if you need the value. Um, and there's not much other value on this slate outside of Zay Jones, Rondell Moore, um, and possibly Shakir. So for defense right now, Cowboys good for cash. Panthers, Cowboys, Panthers. Um, Bears fine. Um, Not gonna. I don't pay up for defense in cash games, so really looking at the Cowboys. Cowboys, Bears. You can consider Houston as well. Those three defenses, I think, are the ones for me. So let's go over some stacks. Or we'll go over the standalone plays that I like first. So we'll go over the quarterbacks and the stacks, but I don't like CMC too much this week, but he's fine. Derrick Henry's fine. Nick Chubb, I think, is a very good tournament play here once again. Just with how efficient he's being. This game is going to be very low owned. I kind of like it. Eckler, too, good option. There is one running back that stands out to me for tournaments, and that is James Robinson. Going up against Houston, James Robinson is projecting for under 5% ownership right now. I really don't understand that. I think that's going to boost over the weekend. If he's going to stay under 5%, I think James Robinson is by far and away my favorite running back play on the slate for GPPs. Extremely sharp play. Target running backs against Houston. Absolutely love James Robinson for GPPs this week. If Boston Scott is out, I like Miles Sanders even at 6.5K. He'll be very low owned as well. Still love Fournette. I'm fine eating that chalk in tournaments. Um, Singletary up against Pittsburgh. I definitely don't hate it all. He has outsnapped James Cook and Zach Moss, I believe, like 70% of the snaps. The other two are playing like 15 to 20. So Singletary, I think, looks good for GPPs. Obviously, Montgomery is still out. You can definitely get Herbert at 5.9K. But there is another guy. And then we went over the cash game running backs like New England against Detroit. Stevenson's going to be a very popular play. I like that. Jeff Wilson going to be popular. I like that. Brees Hall, absolutely love this week with his new emergency role on this team. Like him a lot. Um, what else? What else? I don't really think there's any like with Cordell. Where is Atlanta? I know Alligator's right there, but I want to cook Atlanta for a second. So with Cordell Patterson on IR, we're just gonna have to monitor the situation here. Algar, is the running back one right now, but I think they're going to do like a like three-headed monster possibly. So extremely risky. Only a dart for me in tournaments, but fine option at 4.7K. For wide receiver, I love all the top guys, especially if they're going to be under owned with those chalk plays in the mid range. Um, and then I like all the chalk. Like I love Olave, love Lockett, love Godwin, love Mike Evans, like Kirk a lot against Houston. I think that's very very good. Zay Jones, I really really like for value up against where is Zay? Where is he? 4,100 up against Houston. I think that stands out quite a bit. I think Rondale Moore stands out quite a bit. Obviously not the best matchup against Philadelphia, but I think he stands out. Um, I think the Miami wide receivers stand out a little bit. Obviously not the best matchup. The Jets definitely do have some good quarterbacks on their teams, but even with Teddy Two Gloves, I think these guys are going to go pretty underowned. I like those two guys a lot. So yeah, a lot that stands out to me. So let's go over some stacks. I don't have them in any order, but we'll go over them now. So the first stack is going to be the Tom Brady stack. And I absolutely love this stack. Right now, I'm leaning going this stack for GPPs. So, I mean, going up against Atlanta, love the spot. I'm probably not going to include Leonard Fournette in my stacks with Tom Brady. But if I'm just stacking Tom Brady right now, I'm putting Mike Evans and I'm putting Godwin. I think both are just too cheap. We already went over when both these two guys are back, Tom Brady's efficiency absolutely increases a ton. Now he goes up against Atlanta. Love the spot here. I think both of these two guys in this double stack looks great. K. Dotton is a viable punt at tight end, but I don't think we'll have to do it, but he's a viable punt if you need it. And then if I'm going to be bringing it back with anyone, I don't go to any of the tight ends. All these tight ends are literally just dart throws with pits out. It's just going to be Drake London for me. With his target market share so far throughout the season, they didn't have to throw the ball at all this game. Let's look at this. He got 7 targets, and they threw the ball 19 times. That should tell you something. He almost got half of the target market share when they threw the ball 19 times. So London, love for the spring back spot. Tom Brady stacks right now are probably my favorite stacks of the week. The other stack that I like, which was popular last week, is going to be Minnesota stacks. Kirk Cousins, I mean, hasn't been the best. He's been chalk for the past like 2 weeks. I think people are going to be off him, so that's my main reason to go back to him. I think Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen right now have been pretty impressive. Adam Thielen is getting 31%, or he's at 31 targets. Is that percentage? Yeah, it's targets. Yeah, Justin Jefferson getting 29% of the targets, Adam Thielen getting 20% of the targets. So we know where the ball is going on this team. It's going to three guys. It's going to Justin Jefferson, it's going to Adam Thielen, it's going to Irv Smith Jr. I think all three of these guys look very, very good if you want to double stack. And if I'm bringing it back with anyone, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Chicago just does not throw the ball at all. So if I'm playing anyone, it's Mooney or it's Khalil Herbert. So it's disgusting, I know, but that's another stack that I like. What's up next? So this stack is going to be underowned in my opinion, and the reason it's going to be underowned is because Josh Allen's 8,200, Stephon Diggs is 8,400, and then you have more expensive options. I wouldn't go to Gabe Davis coming off an injury. We don't know how well he is. He's going to play, but we don't know if he's going to be able to like run routes fully 100% expected. But if Isaiah McKenzie plays with no Crowder, he's going to get all the snaps in the slot. I think he would make for a very good play at 5K. And then we already went over if he is out, Shakir is going to be an absolutely elite value play on this slate. So either Shakir if McKenzie's out or McKenzie if Shakir is out. This is going to use up a lot of salary. Dawson Knox is out. You can consider Tommy Sweeney, but I wouldn't do it personally for me. Going to take up a lot of salary. which I think will make people stay away from him. And also you have Pickett at quarterback now, and you have the pricing a little bit weird here. So Deontay Johnson would be my preferred option as a bring back, and then Pickens my second. I don't think Pickens is going to get 8 targets again, and I don't think Deontay Johnson is only going to get 4 again. I think Deontay Johnson's always going to hover in that 8 to 12 range, so I definitely do prefer Deontay Johnson to Pickens, price considered and everything. Fryermuth's fine, but I don't like the price. At this point, you just play Higbee over Fryermuth. So yeah, that is another stack that I think will be a little bit under owned that I do like quite a bit. Let me take a sip of water before I go over anything else. Another stack that I like is, and don't puke, Miami. Obviously, Tua Tagovailoa is out. That doesn't bother me one bit. Teddy Bridgewater is 5.4K. He's going to chuck the ball. Now, he might not be efficient while chucking the ball, but he is going to chuck the ball. And if we take a look, Tyreek Hill is getting 32% target percentage market share. Jalen Waddle is getting 25, and then you have the next guy at 8. So that's going to continue with Teddy Bridgewater, 100%. Easiest double stack ever. There is not another double stack in the league that is getting the target market share that Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are getting. So even though Tua is not going to play, I still like this stack a lot for GPPs. Not to mention, excuse me, not to mention that it's going to be under-owned in my opinion. So obviously it's not the best matchup for Miami with the Jets definitely having good corners, but Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are going to get it done. Tyreek Hill is gonna, get double covered. Jalen Waddle is gonna be one-on-one. Just I feel like both are gonna eat. And then if I'm bringing it back with anyone, it'd be either Breece Hall or Elijah Moore for me. Just because I think this whole offense is going to change with Zach Wilson at quarterback. I think with Zach Wilson at quarterback, that definitely favors the likes of Elijah Moore and Corey Davis over at Garrett Wilson, but I could be completely wrong on that. But yeah, like that stack a lot. Another stack that I do like is Jacksonville. The only reason I like Jacksonville this week is because of the matchup up against Houston. So if we take a look at the target percentage, Christian Kirk's getting 26, Zay Jones getting 18%, Marvin Jones getting 16%, and Evan Ingram getting 14%. So we obviously know where the ball is going. One of the best matchups in the league. I think Zay Jones at 4,100 stands out as one of the best value plays on the slate. He's just entirely too cheap. So love him. Kirk has been phenomenal for this team. Evan Ingram's fine if you want to go there, but I'm mainly looking to these two guys. I think this makes for a very good double. And then there's a clear bring back on the other side, and that is going to be Brandon Cooks at 6,100. I don't think his price has gone up enough with his usage. Finally got into the end zone, but yeah, I think Cooks definitely looks good as well. The next stack I like is going to be my own Philadelphia Eagles. Where are they? Going up against Arizona. I mean, Jalen Hurts, you know, I expect this game to shoot out, and I expect Jalen Hurts to have a pretty good game here. A.J. Brown is getting 31% of the target market share, Devontae Smith 22, Dallas Goedert 17. So you'll see a recurring theme here in these stacks that I'm picking is the target market share is only going to 2 or 3 guys in these stacks that I am picking, and that's what you want in the stacks that you're going to be picking. You want double stacks where the target market share of the players is going to 2 or 3 guys, and A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert are those 3 guys. So I like that. And then if I'm bringing it back with anyone, it's just going to be Rondell Moore for me. You can definitely consider Marquise Brown, but I think Rondell Moore at 4.1K played 90% of the snaps last week. It's just too cheap, so I like that a lot. I'm gonna go over this a little bit quicker. And then my puke stacks of the week are going to be Marcus Mariota. And the only reason I'm considering this as a puke stack and a viable stack is Cordell Patterson is out. You can't run the ball against Tampa Bay. So Marcus Mariota is going to have to throw the ball 30 plus times in this game. And when that happens, and you have a guy like Drake London getting 32% of the target market share and 25% of that going to Kyle Pitts, with him out, Drake London is going to have a significant role in this offense this week. I like him a lot for GPPs. Obviously, it's not fun clicking Marcus Mariota, but with Kyle Pitts out getting 25% of the target market share, I think London is going to get a lot of that. You could see like a 40% target market share for London this week. Zacchaeus is definitely going to get a boost, but at 4K, that seems probably about right to me still. And then the tight end's not going to get to anyone. And then if I'm bringing it back with anyone, it's going to be Godwin for me. Could consider Mike Evans, but Godwin is so egregiously mispriced on this slate that I absolutely love him this week. And then the last puke stack for me is going. I forgot to go over Alvin Kamara. I think is a very good cash game play as well. If you made it this far into the video, I like Alvin Kamara quite a bit for GPPs and cash. So let's go over this last stack, and that is going to be Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. And don't puke. Please don't puke. You can definitely consider Alvin Kamara in this stack, but let's take a look at the target market share. Olave, 25%. Michael Thomas is out. With his usage, his ADOT, and his air yards, his 4 plus ceiling this week is just absolutely insane. I really like him for cash games, really like him for GPP, so I had to consider this stack for tournaments. I just had to do it. These guys would be the guys that I definitely would consider in a double stack. What's going on with Landry? Consider Landry too. And if I'm bringing it back with anyone, I think Tyler Lockett just looks great. Love Lockett this week. I think Metcalf is going to get most of that coverage, so I like Lockett a lot. Cash game core for you guys. Let's do it. Leonard Fournette, Jeff Wilson Jr., Tyler Higbee, Chris Godwin. So I hope this video helped you guys out a little bit, and I will talk to you on Reddit. Good night.